So this is me on Overbuff, updated whatever minutes ago. This guy is updated hours ago, and we're just gonna load up one more guy. Excuse me. Rankings, tanks in competitive. There's a simpler way to do this. Competitive tank area. This is all average stats that I don't really care about. But I can look at some of the best in the world. So this is quick play. We want competitive. We want someone with a ton of games, which is one of the guys we already have. But how about this guy? He has a ton of games. So we'll open him up. We'll open his Zarya up. Okay, so this is me, and we're gonna go through each of these in pretty close detail and figure out why I'm trash at Zarya. This is unacceptable. Everything about this is unacceptable. And I just don't seem to be improving at the rate that I want to improve. And we're going to discover why. So eliminations, first and foremost, probably the most overused stat, but we're going to look at it anyway. So I average over the course of, I don't know, a shit ton of games. I don't know if that's accurate, to be honest. That's my total record. Yeah, there it is. So over the course of this many games, make sure we're looking at the right thing. That's my average elimination, 24.5. This guy's is 30. This guy's is 36. Huge difference. So we know that they are getting way more kills than I am. This is kind of a important stat, so we need to figure out why they're getting more kills than I am. First and foremost, we'll look at these in order. Objective kills, looks like these are about the same, which doesn't surprise me, as all three of us are spending roughly the same amount of time on the objective. So I get 12.6 objective kills, this guy gets 12.9, and this guy gets 15.3. This is a big increase. Like, he kills a lot of people on the objective, but he also kills a lot more people. In terms of time on the objective, all of us, I spend the most time on the objective, which tells me that these guys are far more aggressive than I am, and it shows. And we'll look at damage per match. Actually, I've forgotten to mute in Discord, so I'll do so now. Damage per match, I average 12.4. This guy, 14.8. This guy, 17.7. Clearly, a shit ton of damage. Like, this guy is pretty much the best in the game at dealing damage with Zarya. This guy's very close to the best, and I am slightly above average. Also important, deaths. You can see that, with this guy's kill rate, this isn't surprising. He's pretty much killing people before they can possibly kill him. 6.3 for him, 7.6, 7.6. So I'm roughly the same as Pure Legacy, but I do far less with my life. ED, I'm the worst of the bunch by a long shot. Don't care about any of these bottom ones. They're medals and voting cards. We're going to look at accuracy. 49, 51, and me at the bottom with 47. Accuracy obviously needs to go up, as always, but this is something that is the same with every character. We always want to be improving our accuracy. But now we get on to the meat of the issue here, which is my average energy and my damage blocked. This very clearly ties into every other stat that a Zarya player has. So if I have higher average energy, I get more eliminations, deal more damage, I get more objective kills, and I have less deaths. Less deaths because the guy who's trying to kill me is probably dead. Damage blocked, similar sort of thing. It's going to give me more average energy, give me everything else. So we're going to look at these guys. 48% average energy, 35. 51% average energy, and 35. So clearly, average energy very low. Why? Well, what's my damage blocked? My damage blocked is at 5.5, whereas his damage blocked 7.7, and his damage blocked 7.8. They're blocking way more damage than me. Why are they blocking more damage than me? What are they doing differently? Well, that's very clearly my projected barrier stat. 38.9 projected barriers per match. 46.6 projected barriers per match. This is all tied together and very straightforward. I am not barriering enough. Self barriers not included, I don't believe. The other stats, I mean, obviously this guy's going to have way more graviton kills because he's going to get more grabs because he does more damage and he gets more eliminations. Way more power kills. So these stats are, they don't really matter. They just tie into these key 3 stats. So I know that if I ever want to improve at Zarya, my average energy needs to go way up. My damage blocked needs to go way up. And the only way to do that is to increase the amount of projected barriers I use per match. I need to be using them way, way more. Essentially on cooldown. I've gotten into the habit of saving these barriers to try to save lives. Absolutely a mistake. You need to be pumping those out at all times. And that, in essence, involves having someone near you that you can shield, that warrants the shield and will take damage or be in a position to at least aid in the fight. Which is game sense and positioning, but excuse me. What we really need to focus on in a very simple level is simply using our barriers more. If we are trying to use our barriers more, we're trying to find better positions to use them in. We want to be near people to use them. This all ties in together. And then we increase our energy and everything else. So as someone who wants to improve with Zarya, these are things that are very straightforward in attempting to improve upon. And it is very clear, based on stats, why I'm struggling so much with this character, why my skill rating is just plummeting as I play more and more Zarya, a character that I'm trying to learn. It's just a pretty straightforward stat. And it gives us a real solid direction moving forward on what we want to learn. So we'll put that into practice.